the day 2 of Apex Lagos 2021, and I'm in here very early. And in-house folks are setting up for the day, so the guests haven't started to come yet. So what you see is the exhibition hall, the way it looks. This is the Yusuf Grillo booth. Yusuf Grillo is a Nigerian artist who passed away recently, one of Nigeria's modern artists, who died at the age of 80 plus just a couple of weeks ago. And it's amazing to actually be able to see about a dozen also of his masterpieces. This one right here is a depiction of a king and his queen, king and Olori. This one is drummers returning home after an event. This couple right here are pondering a news that they just received, and Grillo titles it, "Can it be true?" These are two women, Ayi and Taye. The captions, the labels are written in pencil, so I have to look closely. This is titled Impeachment. Impeachment, I think, in the traditional sense. So I can see a king with some of his subjects. I guess there is a bit of a discord. People are just kind of unhappy with the way things are, and so maybe they are clamoring for the king to be removed. I think half of, if not 70% of the works on display here are about reality, and I say that because that's what I've seen most of the time. This is also a king. It's Olori and his daughter. It's titled but I mean it's reality because the male figure is holding a fly whisk, which is what we know that kings and chiefs in Western Nigeria would normally do. The Olori right by him at his feet has a bead on her right hand. Here as well, it's about reality. It's a man and a woman conferring. Yeah. Okay, well, I cannot see it. There's a daughter whispering into her mom's ears. Don't pick any, mom. I think there's a choice of picking from 3 calabashes right here. And the daughter is telling her mom, please don't pick any. By Yusuf Grillo. The next one actually celebrates twin births. The Yorubas of Nigeria are said to be the people with the highest number of twin births anywhere in the world. So that's a couple holding Taye and Kennedy. This particular image is popular. The Yorubas in the past used to make sculptures for their twins, Ere, Ibeji. And this actually shows what this one looks like a proper child, but he has chosen to represent the twin as an Ere, like a wooden sculpture. It's popular among the Yoruba people. And there is the rest of Yusuf Grillo exhibit. These are the other booths. This particular booth has the works of Ayola Gbolahun, titled We Are Reagents, and it explores the idea of an African renaissance premised on the knowledge of the past to inform a new vision of the future. It's a new body of work, saying that Ayola writes a vision later to his generation and the generations coming after, who may be interested in going back to the roots and connecting with the past, traditionally and culturally, to understand the present and utilize the knowledge to inform the future. The work is basically talking about togetherness and the power of the youth to take charge of their future. To change the course of the world for the better is not impossible, according to Ayola. But it can only occur through a sense of the collective. the idea that people as catalysts of change must bond together on a journey of self-discovery through history to avert the continuous death of culture that will affect future generations. So many, so many beautiful art pieces. This one right here is also another collection, another booth. It explores sensuality, femininity, LGBTQ. This is clearly an LGBTQ art. Two ladies under the sheets. But it also celebrates the environment, This particular one is titled Life Through Plants. And it features a dad and a son, a mother and a son, appreciating their natural environment. This one is quite fascinating. It's titled VIP Taxis. It's by an artist from Cameroon. And this set of works is titled Roads of the Impossible. Well, you can actually just see it depicts humans as animals, and it reminds me of Fela's songs, Animal in Human Skin. It's just basically talking about the disorderliness that is rampant on the highways and roads and thoroughfares of Africa, and why and how corruption has affected how infrastructure is built and managed in different parts of the continent. You'll see us there sometimes. No. How we behave like animals sometimes as human beings without behaving properly. And it's also the West, providing the West and the rest of the forward-thinking world continue to think that they are no different than animals. Yeah, so another beautiful booth here. It's awesome inside the ArtX space for art lovers. This is the place to be today, tomorrow, and Sunday when the festival closes officially. Walking past, but let me go back to this booth that belongs to one of Nigeria's foremost artists, material artist, Nike Okundayi. These are works in partnership with another fantastic artist, Tolawewe. And this body of works, this particular one is titled Siblings. The rest have their titles at the back of the artworks. Like I said, this is just the early hours. The managers of the different booths are not here. I'm just trying to let you see. These are fantastic works by Tolawewe and Nike Okundayi. It's really awesome. The works on display everywhere. I particularly like this one here, also by Nike Art Gallery. Right up there, right down here is a church. It's a church by Olotu Oyomide. And right on top of it is the Eyo cultural procession. Almost like one was making a statement with almost like a clash of ideologies. Eyo is a cultural festival in Lagos State. That involves a lot of rituals, and a public display. And there is a church for Christianity. And so on and on and on and on. Everywhere in this space is art. Art by some of the most brilliant artists on the continent. Beautiful, introspective artworks. I think right here is one of my favorites. It's by Cameroonian artist called Boris Nzebo. The same artist was featured at ArtX 2019 because I was here in 2019, and I kind of like his colorful depiction of everyday life. You know, right here, I can see that he has just focused on a food seller, a street seller. You know, and I can see a man eating something. The woman is selling, and she has her assistant next to her. You know, I'm trying to figure out what it means by this rope that has tied them all up. You know, I wish the artist himself was here to give an explanation. But I can see that's a depiction of an everyday scene. We see that also in Lagos. You know, food sellers doing their thing on different parts of the metropolis, catering to the hungry population that needs to eat, you know, before setting out to work. You know, this one basically showing people going about their everyday duty. This guy right here is playing a card game. He's playing a card game. This kid is playing. That woman is fetching a bowl of water. This right here should be going to school. Yeah, it's just everyday life, basically. You know, and so that's a broad view of the ArtX space in a section of it. This is also really nice. I'm not sure. It's in French. I don't speak or understand French, but it's a very powerful portrayal and whatever the message is. So that's the little bit I can show you about ArtX. Okay, let me go a little bit further, you know, just to give you a sense of what else is here. You know. This is the Kilani Abbas section. Kilani Abbas works with archival materials. Yeah, Kilani Abbas works with archival materials, images, old images, old fabrics. He uses those archival materials to tell a story about time, the passing of time, the futility of amassing wealth, of struggling to be the richest people in the world, to wear the trendiest designs, even though we all know that we really can't tell what tomorrow holds. The uncertainty of the future of tomorrow is what Kilani Abbas tries to portray in this body of work. Yeah. This is titled Fading Vanity, and it shows old pictures juxtaposed with the latest designer bags. You know, yeah. So basically, this is SMO Contemporary. This is the Access Bank Lounge. Today is actually for VIP exclusively, and they'll start coming in from 1 p.m. It's just about 9 o'clock in Lagos, so there's 4 hours before that time. So basically what you're just getting is an exclusive view of the ArtX space. So I'm going to wind down on the live broadcast now. I hope you've been able to enjoy what I'm showing. I look forward to the next broadcast, maybe sometime later in the day or tomorrow. Open day for everybody, but you have to pay to access the fair. It's 5,000 naira, and you can get that done on artxlagos.com. So I return to where I started from, the Yusuf Grillo booth. Thank you for joining.